How does the enemy use entertainment to distract and to dull your senses, your spiritual senses? Is it just like harmless fun? See, one of the things that we need to understand as believers is that we're always being ministered to. You're either being ministered to for good or for evil, all day, every day. Now, when it comes to entertainment, we watch certain shows, certain films on Netflix, on telly, or at the cinema, on cable, and all these other, or online, social media, YouTube. But what we need to understand is that when we're watching these things, what are we watching? Because if you watch a lot of evil and you watch a lot of wickedness, or you hear a lot of, you watch a lot of, like you see some sexual content in a movie or something, if you keep watching all that stuff, it begins to dull your senses where it no longer bothers you anymore. It no longer grieves you. Evil no longer bothers you. You're kind of fine with it where before you wasn't. See, the more spiritually sensitive you become, is the more certain shows begin to bother you when you watch them, because you can just see the evil so deeply, and it just shouts at you. Okay, but now if you get to a point where you can watch evil shows, you can watch. There's nothing wrong with watching horror movies, and you're watching horror films, and it doesn't bother you. People are doing the occult, doing wickedness. The storylines are a bit seedy. The storylines are a little bit fruity. The series you're watching is not too godly. If you could sit through and watch it over and over and over again, what's happening is that you're being ministered to by the enemy, and slowly your spiritual senses and your spirituality is being eroded away, and your morality, the way you think, and the way you when you see evil, is all being eroded away, where you begin to accept evil and it doesn't really bother you anymore, and you're not even sensitive to wickedness anymore, and none of it bothers you. Why? It's because you're being ministered to, you're being entertained, and you're being ministered to by the enemy through entertainment, and he's slowly making you less and less sensitive to to evil that you're seeing. So when it comes to entertainment, we need to watch out what we're watching. We need to put a cap on what we're watching as well. We need to kind of cut down on certain shows that we're watching, because they're not benefiting you at all. They're not helping you spiritually at all, because you're always being ministered to, whether it be for good or for evil. You're being ministered to, and the enemy is always trying to put you in bondage all day, every day. So we need to be, the Bible says, be sober and vigilant, for your adversary, the devil, roameth around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. 1 Peter chapter 5:8, I think that may be. So we got to be wary and be sober, because the enemy is using every single device out there to try to, or lots of devices out there to bring your spiritual life down, to erode it away, to erode your morals away. So be wary.